Hey guys, Zach here from Kubota Lynchburg, and today we are here at the 2023 Kubota Connect, which is the Kubota annual conference that the dealerships go to. We get to see the new products, the new ideas, the new plans, and everything from Kubota and LandPride coming for 2023 and honestly for the future years. So every year we get to go inside, we get to take a look at the new equipment, we get to take a look at the new ideas and the solutions to the problems that are happening right now, how they're going to improve products and change up the products, and how they're going to introduce all new systems. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go inside, we're going to have a couple meetings, conferences, show off the new products. We're going to show some pictures, some videos of that. And then, of course, on the inside, we're going to be taking pictures and videos, and I'll kind of do a voiceover and explain everything we're seeing. So if you're interested in the new Kubota stuff and the new LandPride stuff that's coming out, today, 2023 Kubota Connect Conference, we're going to check it out. So I'm going to do a combination today of mainly Kubota, of course, since this is Kubota Connect. But of course, we're going to throw in a couple of extras, some fun ones in here from some of the other vendors and brands that we see. So I'm going to kind of talk my way through this video. You'll be seeing the pictures and videos be playing while I'm giving this talk over. So first, I want to talk about how Kubota this year, they really want to focus on quality and performance. So they're not really focusing as much on profitability on the Kubota side. They really want to make sure that with all the quality issues that every brand, every vendor is seeing right now with the current labor force, that they keep quality at the top of their concerns they're addressing. So they're going to be focusing on, paint quality and production quality and torque specs and everything from the factory. So you guys can buy with confidence, the equipment you need, that it's going to be reliable, and that it's going to be set up properly from the factory. So I love seeing that, because a lot of the problems that I have to deal with is when something is not assembled properly or put together properly. So I'm happy that Kubota is working on that. And of course, they're working on performance aspects as far as the new equipment that we'll talk about. Kubota's been doing really good in the construction side. So they've been, since they come out with the compact excavator, they've been #1 in the US market, and they're continuing to improve upon that. Last year, we saw the SVL75-3 come out with all of its new awesome features. We've actually been able to sell a couple of those now. They're as good as they sound. And this year, they're coming out with the new KX080-5. So, that 19 to 20,000 pound machine. This thing is a beast. We have been selling the -4 models for a while now, and the new -5 is going to have some really nice features, such as one of my favorite ones is just comfortableness when you're sitting in it. The sliding seat and the sliding platform, they slide independent from each other. So it doesn't matter if you're 6'8" or 5'4", you can operate for hours on end while being comfortable. Same thing with the comfortability in there. You've got your LCD display screen that's going to let you kind of change things at your fingertips. So switching between implements and everything like that. Speaking of which, they're bringing out a new pin grabber system, kind of like the Yanmar has actually right now. Kubota will have a hydraulic pin grabber system. It's not going to be super cheap, but it's going to make switching between implements and accessories very easily if you wanted to spend that money. They have things like, LED lights. Now there's a standard backup camera that has that LCD display. So as soon as you start going reverse, you don't back into things and scratch up your equipment or damage something else. They've increased your foot room and the pedal layout, just very overall comfort features, performance features that make it easier for the operator. And they're going to be doing this on all of the excavators. Going to be slowly improving every single excavator in the lineup. So the construction side that Kubota does, although they haven't been doing it for very long, is high tiered. If we go ahead, and then I want to kind of throw in some more construction stuff on the LandPride side. LandPride is coming out with 2 new construction attachments for excavators. They're coming out with a new quick attach, well, you pick and choose your coupler style, but a quick attach bush hog and flail mower. In my opinion, the bush hog is going to be probably even more popular than the flail mower, but they both have their applications. They both have a 4-inch cutting capacity. You have anywhere from a 36 to a 48-inch cut width on these bush hog, and the flail mower I think is a 40 and a 48 or a 40 and a 42. But either way, 4-inch cut capacity, quick attach. The joys of LandPride, of course, is you can throw it in on the 0% financing that Kubota offers, and it's basically a performance matched implement, which means it's going to be quality and it's going to have that performance reliability that you guys depend on. Of course, all this construction equipment is Kubota strong, so there's that picture for you guys. Then we'll go into the hay side. So Kubota has been increasing their hay sales constantly since they bought out the other brand. The disc mowers and the rakes and the tedders and the disc mower conditioners. This year they're bringing 2 new products, which is going to be for you hay guys. It's going to be a fun one. It's the DM5028, which is a pull type. So it's not 3-point anymore, but a pull type 9-foot 2-inch disc mower. And it has all the same features that people love about the Kubota disc mowers and disc mower conditioners, which are, you're going to be those things that you guys can see up on the screen. The pivoting gearboxes for tight turns, 3-year warranty, the 3 blades on the on your cutting areas, the adjustable springs, the whole 9 yards there. So a pull type for 50 horsepower tractor. So if you have that tractor that you normally only will rake or ted with, push comes to shove, or you just needed another cutting tractor, you can throw one of these DM5028s on there. Pretty nice. Then Kubota, of course, is coming out with another baler to increase their baler lineup, the BV5200. I honestly, myself personally, I don't know a ton about balers, so please contact your local hay rep for more information as that disclaimer, because I don't know a ton about balers, but I know it is a 4x6 baler. Again, a lot of the same features as the other balers we offer. It is ISO bus standard, which basically means you can plug and play in almost any tractor that you already own. That makes that nice. Speaking of cutting stuff, we'll talk about the LandPride parallel arm flail mower. Not highly popular, of course, for individuals, more of a government contract, maintenance, right-away kind of thing, but it is real cool that LandPride's coming out with more of these. It's actually 3-point hitch mounted, or can actually even mount on a quick hitch to take on and off, and you can switch the flail mower head to a bush hog, which is taking out 3 pins and switching some hydraulic hoses. So it is a cool system. I'm not going to get into it too much, because if you're looking at one of those, you're going to need a whole bunch more specs than I can provide right now. But LandPride is innovating in that industry as well. We'll go to some Kubota tractors. So last year, Kubota came out with the LX3520 and the 4020, these bigger, nicer, more powerful LX20 series that took over the 10 series. They kept the LX2610, and now they are revamping the LX2610 to the LX2620. It's going to have the same awesome features, which the number one for me is in the cab. There's no hydrostat noise, or minimal hydrostat noise. I have another YouTube video on that. It is a world of difference. And then, of course, in the same thing, they've improved a ton of other things. The suspension seat on it that's designed to take out shocks truly does take out the shocks. Got nice armrests, RPM limiters to it, nicer treadle pedal on the floor, LED headlights, some other nice options and everything like that. So this LX2620 is the same frame, same loader, same tire, same mower deck as the LX2610, but now you get these newer features, these nicer features. You don't have that extremely loud hydrostat noise, and you get like the LED lights and nicer seats and everything. So that's the main tractor update that Kubota is bringing out. This is kind of a year where they're not going to be throwing crazy things at it. Like I said, they're going to focus on quality and production, and getting you guys the equipment you need in a timely manner, or us the equipment to give to you guys in a timely manner. The 2620, if you compare that to some of the competitors, as you might see on the screen, especially the John Deere, the loader lift height, lift capacity, performance, Kubota's best compact selling tractor on the market right now, and we stand by that. If we go back to LandPride for a minute and we talk about the root grapples, because that kind of could go on this LX2620, they're coming out with some root grapples, and I've got a video out there, the difference between a root grapple and a claw grapple. Root grapples I've been selling a ton of, but I don't have the LandPride brand option for smaller tractors, so I've been selling Ironcraft. But now LandPride has these smaller root grapples, 60 and 72 inches. Honestly, anything even from a B series, a B2301, B2401 could handle that 60-inch root grapple, because it only weighs about 377 pounds. Awesome for logs, awesome for bigger material, stumps, rocks, brush. They're heavy duty. LandPride has done a really good job about adding into their, the claws on top, some extra protection for the cylinders on the bottom side, so those branches and stuff don't push through and damage your cylinders. So LandPride did a really good job. Again, as always with LandPride, you can throw that in on the 0% financing on a new tractor. So, or finance itself. You already have a tractor, you want to 0% finance a new grapple, call your dealership. They can hook you up. Let's see, they did make a larger RG15 series for the MXs and M series. I would say the 15 series is really only designed for the M series and up, M7060, M4D, and then the M5 on maybe the 78-inch. Same systems, they're greasable pivot pins. They've got that extra guards on there. Heavy duty, quick attach, good solid root grapples if you were looking for one of those. And now you can buy the Kubota LandPride brand. The other implement that LandPride came out with for the little BX tractors, if you own little subcompact, is the FSP 300. Little one, because maybe you didn't need the big 500 capacity one that we offer. The 300, you can just lean over your shoulder and look inside and see how much is left, see where it's sloshing and moving. Spreads up to, I think, 53 feet in diameter, if I remember that spec correct. It is quick hitch compatible, so you can throw it on and off. The thing's sweet, and it's heavy-duty built, like you guys can probably see in the pictures, but the poly on it is thick. I mean, this thing, you can throw it in the back of a truck and not worry about it cracking or breaking. It's nice. I'm glad they came out with it. It's going to be a good price point, too. But they don't tell us the price point, and it is orange, so it'll match your tractor a little bit better. Now we get into the fun ones as well. So Kubota is revamping some of the RTVs. So the first one we'll talk about is the RTVX 1130. So we have an 1120, we have an 1140, so we're getting the 1130, which is the same frame as the X1140, the four-seater, but now it's a single row of seats, just like the X900 or the X1120, which actually takes all the same components as the 900 or 1120, so we don't have to have more accessories or parts in stock, or maybe if you already have one of those, you can reuse some of your parts and accessories. But you have this giant 6-foot-long bed. My initial thought was this actually might be good for like sports teams and stuff, for carrying players and stretchers around or carrying large pieces around. But it could be used for so many things. They have this little bed extender on the back that reaches down to the ground. You can throw a winch in the back of this bed and winch your deer that you just shot into the back of your RTV and then dump it down because it's a hydraulic dump bed and drive it back to the house. Or you could, winch a tire up there off your tractor that just went flat in the middle of the field and take it to the tire shop to get fixed. There's a ton of options on these. They also have this Pro Convert bed, which Kubota just came out with this year. Basically, the sides of it, you'll see a video of me doing it real quick. The sides of it and tailgate of it will flip down, get out of the way. Simple if you wanted to load like a pallet on it. Or if you wanted to turn it into a flatbed, you can just pull 2 pins on either side and the sides actually come off and you can go store them somewhere. Or you could put one side up. It's really sweet. So you actually have a whole bunch of options with it, both on the X1130 and the new RTVX that's coming out. These Pro Convert beds are sweet. You also have some cool storage containers you can put on the sides of the X1130 to stow some material in because you don't have wasted space. The only competitor we really have is a Can-Am, and honestly, if you look at the specs of ours versus the Can-Am, they're not a competitor. Kubota is now going to dominate that long bed market. With the Kubota diesel engine on it, 24.8 horsepower engine, it's going to be a beast. Then the other RTV, Kubota is now actually going to be getting rid of the RTV X900 and X1120, consolidating them into one unit, the RTVX. It's simple. Simple, basic, solid. It takes the engine and transmission basically out of the RTVX 1120, so you get that higher horsepower, 25 horsepower engine on the same frame that we've been dealing with. They have redesigned some of the looks. Now they have a high and a low beam LED headlights, so you can have high beam and low beam LEDs. The parking brake on it is a world better. It's now a, I'll call it a pistol grip instead of, a palm grip style. I used it. It is so much easier to use. They fixed some of the shifting issues where it gets stuck in between high, low, and reverse range. That makes it so much easier on your hands. They've really done a really good job with it. They added that Pro Convert bed onto it. They added a new tire option, which is really cool. So it's going to be more like a heavy-duty work site, but it's a little bit better tread and honestly better on concrete and pavement too. So new tire options, new bed options. There's some new color options coming out. We're going to have that desert sand still and the stone gray and the side kicks. the LED headlights, extra features to it. So really good job on the RTVs. The joy is, again, let's say you have an RTV right now, or you have multiple if you're a municipality or something, all shareable components and parts, because it's all basically the same frames and pieces. So really save you guys some money and everything like that. Let's see. Speaking of tires, if we think about the R4 tire options, Kubota's been coming out with this new R4 industrial tire that actually has grooves in the treads, kind of like the R14, but still being an industrial with the thicker sidewalls and thicker ply. And then, of course, the little Kubota logos in them, but it's better traction than the R4 in mud, snow, and dirt. And now you can get them on the MX series and your big M series tractors. If you were going down the road with them, these will ride a million times better than an ag style tire. So new R4 tire options. Something I'm excited for is going to be Curtis Industries, Curtis Cabs. They make cabs for all sorts of brands and vendors, but they were here this year, and they're coming out with an AC system for the Kubota RTVX 1140, because Kubota's not switching up that RTV for a while. So they created this roof system that has air condition in it. And it's a system that'll heat or cool either the front or the rear or both. And it's really nice. It's honestly going to be pretty affordable as well. You do need to have the metal cab enclosure, as you guys can see here, but Kubota offers that, and then your dealership would buy the roof and add that on. So if you already have an RTVX 1140, it's supposed to be coming out in spring. I'm not a Curtis representative, so I can't guarantee it, but at the same time, it's supposed to be coming out in spring. So for summer of next year, there's a good chance you guys will be able to add or convert your existing RTV X1140 into an air-conditioned unit, which is huge because right now there's only a heat option. Pricing on it, don't quote me. I'm going to guess with installation, your dealership's probably going to be, for just the roof and AC system, because it does take hours to install, you're probably going to be about $5,000. Please don't quote me on that. Another couple little things that we saw there. One of those cool things was going to be, there's a lot of aftermarket places that actually make this already, but now Kubota is going to offer as a Kubota part number, is a little tool and go. Taking up that wasted space in your loader arms and loader brackets and everything on your L series or MX series or Grand L series. These tool and goes, you can store stuff in it, slide it in your loader arm, stays out of the way, put your wrenches, put your screwdrivers, put your chains and binders in there. It's really cool. Now you can buy them through your Kubota dealership, throw them in on a new one when you're buying it with 0% financing, all sorts of options. So really cool Kubota dealer meeting this year. Got to see a lot of new products. Kubota's always really good about innovating, as well as keeping the quality and the production levels up. So I'm happy that Kubota has been able to do all this. But as we get more updates, of course, and as we get the new products, we'll be doing more videos, so stay tuned.